अभी नंबर कम क्यों हो गया है? Uh, we'll talk about the political philosophy of Aristotle. Okay, so first will be a brief about the objectives of this lecture on this Aristotle, which I'm going to talk about in the coming lectures from today onwards on this Aristotle. Okay, so first thing you will know about the life and the works of Plato. सबसे पहले आप जानेंगे प्लेटो की लाइफ के बारे में और उनके वर्क्स के बारे में. Whatever he has he wrote. Uh, Very beginning of the lecture, I briefed you about the textual and the contextual approach and the interpretation. So that will help you. And for that, we need to know about the life and the work. The second thing we will come to know about, we will discuss about his contribution to knowledge in general and political philosophy in particular. And the third thing, you will understand his pioneering methodological deviation from the norm. Uh, the fourth thing, you will understand his departure from his philosophy, from the philosophy of his teacher Plato. So, how he is departing from the philosophy of his master or his teacher Plato. How is how Aristotle is deviating, and the next fifth thing, you will understand Aristotle criticism of Plato. When the Aristotle is criticizing the Plato, you will understand why and how. And the next thing, you will understand his path-breaking views. So the views on, like the estate, the Aristotle views on estate, Aristotle views on citizenship, slavery, Aristotle views on justice, Aristotle views on constitution, Aristotle views on revolution, and the cycle of change. So we'll discuss all these things only in this sequence, the way I told you, because as also I briefed you, and even at the time of this delivering the lecture on Plato, you cannot understand the things by keeping apart. You need to understand all his theories in a sequence order and in all together. So, any question? So, is it clear to everyone? What will I talk regarding this Aristotle? Is it clear to everyone? Say yes or no fast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thus, first we'll talk about the life and important events of Aristotle. Okay. So, Aristotle was the most famous Greek philosopher. Was born in 384 BC in Stagira, which is in the North Greece near the Macedonian border. Uh, he was not an Athenian by birth. Uh, Stagira was not considered as true Hellenist because this Macedonia was governed by a monarch and had no faith in the city-state setup. So at that time, this Macedonia, which was governed by the monarchical system of the government or the setup of the state, and that they do not have faith in the city-states, which the Plato talked about. Uh, his father, Nicomachus, was a court physician to thus Amantas III. His father, Nicomachus, was the court physician to Amantas III of this Macedonia, and during his early years, he might have been influenced by his father profession and this aristocratic lifestyle in the king's palace. Uh, it was expected that Aristotle would take to his father's profession and thus enjoy regal treatment in the king's palace. But soon this expectation became an illusion when he thought of joining Plato's academy in Athens to study philosophy. He is said to have selected the academy because there was no other place for advanced studies in the whole of Greece. And secondly, he was much influenced by the writings and the thoughts of Plato. So now we'll talk about some of the important events which happened in his life and which shaped his ideology and the thinking. So the first important event which happened in the life of the Aristotle at the early stage of 17, when he was just 17 years old, he joined the academy where he came in close and direct contact with Plato. So Aristotle distinguished himself as Plato's most brilliant student. He sat under his feet as a serious and honest student for 20 long years. And soon he became a favorite and trusted pupil of Plato, and it was widely believed that he would head the academy after Plato as his successor. In the later years, Aristotle had gradually begun uh, to diverse and break away from the methodology and philosophy of his teacher, that is, Plato. After the death of Plato in 347 BC, Plato's nephew Hibiscus was chosen in his stead when some of the devoted disciples at the academy wanted to defy Plato. Aristotle resisted any such attempt uh, as he strongly refused to consider any thinker beyond criticism. In his mature works, he did freely criticize his teacher, Plato, and even his teacher's teacher. Who was his teacher's teacher? Can you tell me? Yes, fast. Who was Aristotle's teacher's teacher?
Socrates, sir.
Yes, Socrates. All right. Socrates, and he's a student Plato, and Plato's student is Aristotle. Okay. Uh, After the death of his teacher, refers to Plato, he decided not to leave only the academy, but he also left uh, the city of Athens, and he went to Asia Minor and stayed in the court of his friend Hermes, and he got married, and a son was born, whom he named Nicomachus after the name of his father. Aristotle was then invited by the King Philip II of this Macedonia. People must have heard about the name this Macedonia. सुना है नाम आपने इसका Macedonia. Tell me.
It is in Greek.
Yes, yes. आपने सिकंदर के बारे में तो सुना ही होगा. The Alexander the Great.
Yes.
हाँ. और
Yes.
एक और क्या है उसका स्पार्टा, और ये वहाँ पे एक वो होता है बहुत फेमस वॉरियर, उसकी मूवी भी है हॉलीवुड.
The invaded during the
What?
Maurya period. Invaded during the Maurya period.
हाँ, यहाँ पे at the contrary time in India.
Yes.
Okay, so Aristotle was then invited by King Philip II of Macedonia to tutor his 13-year-old son Alexander. And जो वहाँ की मैसेडोनिया के किंग है फिलिप सेकंड, उन्होंने एरिस्टोटल को इनवाइट किया कि आप आके एंड उसके बेटे को पढ़ाएं. एंड his son was Alexander, which later on named as the Alexander the Great. Uh, he was just 13 years old when Aristotle was invited to teach him, and which he did for the next 5 years. 5 सालों तक उन्होंने पढ़ाया उसको. It is believed that it was during these years that Aristotle engrossed himself in the study and classification of animals. और इसी दौरान आप पाएंगे कि जो एरिस्टोटल है वो अपने आप को एनक्रॉस करते हैं study and classification of animals. Who is the father of biology? Can you tell me? आप जानते हैं?
No, sir.
Uh, Aristotle.
Aristotle. Aristotle.
Yes, he compiled a work Historia Animalium. आपने पढ़ा होगा 8th 9th 10th में जो एनिमल होता है उनके किंगडम के बारे में कि ये कौन से किंगडम के स्पीसीज हैं. यू रिमेम्बर दैट?
Yes, sir.
तो उसमें that has given by this Aristotle. So he compiled a work Historia Animalium in which he talked about the ladder of life. And his prominent work popularized Aristotle as the father of zoology and biology. He is known as the father of zoology and biology as well. Is it clear? Uh, when Aristotle completed his work, Historia Animalium, he returned to Athens. तो वो वापिस आ जाते हैं Athens, which he had not visited since the death of Plato. प्लेटो की डेथ के बाद वो एथेंस को नहीं लौटे होते हैं, तो वो छोड़ते हैं, तो उसके बाद वो लौटते हैं. तो he found the Platonic school flourishing under Xenocrates. तो वो क्या पाते हैं वहां पे, जो प्लेटो की एकेडमी है वो फ्लरिश कर रहा होता है किसके अंडर? Xenocrates के अंडर. And Platonism the dominant philosophy of Athens. और जब वो वापस लौटते हैं तो उस समय तक जो प्लेटोनिज्म है वो एक डोमिनेंट फिलॉसफी की डोमिनेंट फिलॉसफी की तरफ फ्लरिश कर रहा होता है एथेंस. तो फिर क्या होता है, उसके बाद एरिस्टोटल सेट अप हिज ऑन इंस्टीट्यूशन। तो जैसे प्लेटो एकेडमी की स्टैब्लिश करते हैं, उसी तरीके से एरिस्टोटल जो है वो अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस को सेटअप करते हैं। और उनका नाम क्या होता है आपको पता है? एनी आइडिया है कि जो एरिस्टोटल एकेडमी सेट करते हैं उसका क्या नाम, सॉरी अभी इंस्टीट्यूशन सेट करते हैं उसका क्या नाम, कुछ पता है आपको? इट्स लाइशन। In establishing this license, he was helped by Antipater, and the Antipater was the viceroy of the Alexander in Athens. उस समय पे जो एथेंस में अलेक्जेंडर के वाइसरॉय होते हैं वहां पे एंटीपैटर वो उनको एक इंस्टीट्यूशन एस्टैब्लिश करने में हेल्प करते हैं। For 12 years, he personally headed this institution. वो 12 साल तक उस इंस्टीट्यूशन को खुद ही नरिश एंड करते हैं और उसको हेड करते हैं एंड कंपाइल हिज फेमस वर्क्स। और इसी दौरान वो अपने फेमस वर्क्स को कंपाइल भी करते हैं। He so much influenced this age that it was said that during his lifetime either a man was Platonistic or Aristotelian. So he was so much influenced. This age refers to the timeline. So it was said that मतलब जो उनकी during his lifetime either the world should be this philosophy should be or a man was a Platon उस समय पे either a man was this Platonistic or Aristotelian। तो उस टाइम पे या तो ह्यूमन जो एक मैन है वो या तो प्लेटोनिस्टिक होता या एरिस्टोटेलियन होता। उनकी two options was prevalent and the man was any one of them। But after the death of Alexander the Great, the Athenians revolted against the tyranny of Antipater। सो क्या हुआ कि जब जब अलेक्जेंडर की डेथ हुई तो जो एथेंस के लोग हैं उन्होंने रिवोल्ट कर दिया। जो उनके वायसराय वहां पे एंटीपेटर जो रूल कर रहे थे उनके टायरनी के अगेंस्ट। तो इस वजह से क्या हुआ कि एरिस्टोटल को एथेंस छोड़ के भागना पड़ा वहां से। एरिस्टोटल had to flee Athens due to proximity to Antipater। और इसका कारण क्या था उनको एथेंस छोड़ के जो भागना पड़ा, वो एंटीपेटर के साथ उनकी प्रॉक्सिमिटी के कारण। So he fled from Athens to escape prosecution, and he justified it by claiming that he did not wish to provide a chance to Athenians to commit another crime against a philosophy as they had done in the person of Socrates। और उन्होंने अपने भागने के पीछे का क्या कारण बताया एथेंस से? उन्होंने कहा कि जो मेरे भागने के पीछे का कारण है वो ये है कि वो प्रोसिक्यूशन मतलब उनको भी कहीं फांसी ना दे दी जाए, जैसे उनके टीचर्स के टीचर जो सॉक्रेट्स हैं उनके साथ हुआ, और एथेनियंस कोई और क्राइम ना कमिट कर दे अगेंस्ट द फिलॉसफी जैसा कि उन्होंने सॉक्रेट्स के साथ किया। दैट आई डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर एज वेल। So he was clearly a kind of a realist। So आप पाएंगे जो एरिस्टोटल है वो एक तरीके के रियलिस्ट है। who would rather take leave than take hemlock। So hemlock refers to the poison which Socrates took for his death। So rather than कि वो मतलब जो एक हेमलॉक पॉइजन है वो लेने की जगह पे वो भागना ज्यादा प्रीफर किया। Aristotle died in 322 BC in Chalcis, और इनकी मौत 322 BC चार्ल्स में हुई। So these were some of the turning points and important events in his life. So is it clear to everyone? Any question?
No, sir.
हम बात करेंगे एरिस्टोटल के इंसाइक्लोपीडिक कंट्रीब्यूशंस के बारे में ठीक है uh, shall I continue or leave it here
Leave it,
चलिए क्या
leave it, sir.
okay we'll talk about it tomorrow